Today, we're bringing you 10 sci-fi technologies made real. Make sure you watch to the end if you fancy the idea of owning your very own real-life laser gun. What's up, tech heads, and welcome to another episode of Tech Joint. If only we could acquire and use all the cool technology we see from sci-fi movies. They seem impossible to create in real life. But wait, what if we told you these pieces of sci-fi technology are already available for you to own and use? We're talking real-life Iron Man suits, self-lacing shoes, and yes, even a fully functional Star Wars landspeeder. Thanks to some of the brightest minds and leading scientists, these are just some of the science fiction gadgets and technologies we'll be covering that have actually turned into science facts. Before we begin, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on those notifications so you never miss out on the best gadgets in tech. Let's get started. Number 10. Iron Man suit. The Iron Man armor is a legendary piece of design. It seems that we are nowhere near getting to Tony Stark's capabilities from the Marvel Cinematic Universe. However, Adam Savage from Mythbusters himself has demonstrated a very close version of the suit. When it definitely looks like the Iron Man armor, the team that produced it has managed to attain a jetpack, allowing for its user to literally fly. So Savage worked with the jetpack company Gravity and its owner Richard Browning to build the packs that would make the suit capable of flying. One of the toughest challenges was using 3D printers to make the armor as thin as possible to reduce the weight and make flight possible. They have stabilizers and a sturdy structure, but with leading robotics in the business, this could become even more superior in a few years. If there's anything missing here, it's some seriously advanced sci-fi weaponry. Well, you're in luck, because it turns out someone's invented that too. Just wait until you see the lasers at number 1. Number 9. Air touch displays. Some of the greatest science fiction shows and movies have air touch displays that allow their users to utilize efficient technology without screens. The touchscreen is what we're all able to use, but what about air touch? This could revolutionize how we communicate and work. The concept of an air touch display is already in the works at many grand corporations. They are mixing technology used in virtual reality headsets to display in front of a user. We're not quite at the movie stage yet, but it looks like we might have these technologies in future iPhone generations, for example. Well, you don't have to wait for Apple, since AirX Touch is already selling kiosks, bars, and panels with this cool tech. So if you're running some business, you should already consider purchasing some of them. In the pandemic age, this sounds like a must-have. Number 8. Landspeeder. Star Wars fans here too? The landspeeder has become the dream of many. With a floating craft like this is almost becoming impossible in the real world. However, this kind of vehicle can be achieved in so many different ways in reality. Multiple people are managing ways for our vehicles to float. Of course, the air is one way to do so, but one of the most promising ways this can be entirely made real is through magnets. However, many problems can come with this. But that wasn't a problem for a YouTuber named Colin Furs, who created an actual jet-powered landspeeder inside his garage. Okay, so the thing has still got wheels, but you'd barely notice because it's so close to the ground. But since we're covering sci-fi technologies made real, check out the Hendo hoverboard by Arx Pax. It involves special hover engines that float over a conductive surface. In layman's terms, the hover engine generates a magnetic field that creates electrical currents in the surface and lets it hover on the spot. Number 7. Exoskeletons. Exoskeletons are one of the most popular concepts in sci-fi over the last few decades. Don't confuse it with the Iron Man suit. Whether it's Ripley using an exoskeleton to fight off aliens, or perhaps another suit being used to kill avatars, there are many examples of this kind of weaponry. Due to its military use, there is plenty of research being done into giving soldiers exoskeletons. That's a pretty effective way to protect them from injury, plus increase durability and strength. Not sure why you would need it, hopefully only to jump higher on a basketball game. Guardian XO, for example, is already using the skeletons to lift some weight in the gym. Buffing metal muscles. Jokes aside, this gadget can already be used on some Steve Thor work since it makes you 20 times stronger. But remember, with great power comes great responsibility. Number 6. Holograms. You might think holograms can be seen only on the TV, yet they become one of the most hunted after pieces of technology. That's because there's actual research taking place. You wouldn't believe it, in space. That's right, scientists are already experimenting with holograms in the darkness of space. Seems like it's easier to project clear images in there. Remember Tupac and Biggie Smalls holograms at Coachella? Holograms are closer than you think. What if you're tired of boring old Zoom calls? You can grab yourself one of these at-home hologram machines by Portal and beam yourself into your friend's living room instead. Number 5. Self-lacing shoes. Shout out to all Marty McFly fans. The famous movie showed us that Nike can one day make self-lacing shoes, and the company even made some versions for the film's anniversary. Still, they weren't quite like the originals. Nike's Adapt technology actually uses a custom motor and gear train to sense the tension needed by the wearer's foot and adjust accordingly to keep the foot snug. Sounds a lot more advanced than the sci-fi version. But no worries, if it's laces you're after, we got you covered. You can actually find and buy shoes that will tighten and loosen without the need to use your hands. They are based on an app on your phone, so we can honestly say the future really is here. These kinds of shoes are becoming more commonplace, and companies are investing in even more advancements. Number 4. Universal translators. We all know Google Translate as an example of technology being used to translate one language to another. Well, can this technology be improved? At the moment, it works from images, and some variations of the technology from different competitors. But that's not the end. There are demonstrations of using various software that shows the language can be translated in real time. With the idea that you can speak directly into your phone for translation, perhaps one day we'll have full conversations with a simple gadget. But where will all these polyglots go? Well, the universal translator is already used by Apple. It's called Pilot Earbuds, and you can test these babies for only $250. Who knows? Maybe they're worth it. Number 3. Artificial intelligence. AI has already been created, but not on the level of the movies. You're probably aware that we use artificial intelligence as a loose term. It could mean anything about computer systems. But what about the real sentient intelligence from the movies? Well, it's just around the corner. Scientists have found ways to make our computers infinitely more high-speed and intelligent than we currently have. The more we go down this route, the closer we get to computers gaining actual thought process. There are many gadgets that use AI in their base, but we suggest you take a look at this interactive robot puppy by Wowie Chip. It totally understands your commands and won't even ruin the carpet. Isn't that just great? Number 2. Jetpacks. We've already covered jetpacks talking about the Iron Man suit, but there are many other cool ways that jetpacks are being created. A popular version of the technology uses massive blasts of water or air over land or bodies of water. This can work effectively, but on the other side, it's also quite powerful and difficult to control. You could hop on a jetpack tomorrow though if you found one, but this technology isn't totally ready for going to work with. At least not for now. So don't throw away your subway tickets just yet. Until jetpacks become commonplace, you can use these jetsuit babies by Gravity Industries as an entertainment tool. Won't be possible to exclude an hour ride until your work, but that's the best option to fly around a river or a lake. Adrenaline included. Number 1. Laser guns. It may seem bizarre to suggest that actual laser weapons may be a thing of the future. Well, is it? Many scientists are working on this as a real option. The military has prototypes for laser cannons that can shoot drones. Even smaller blasters can be created by people with the right experience. Check out ZKZM Laser Company's version of a laser gun that can actually burn objects in the distance. If a single one can start a small fire, what could dozens of them do? German cyber weapons hobbyist Patrick Bryby seems to have incorporated the same technology to complete his real-life functional Iron Man glove. And that's a wrap for 10 sci-fi technologies made real. Which of these do you find most exciting? What other sci-fi technologies and gadgets do you wish would exist in real life? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Also, make sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to Check Joint, And check out our Futuristic Gadgets playlist for more awesome videos just like this one. See you in the next one.